Good morning, students. Today, our topic is relation. So, before learning relations, you should know about the Cartesian product of two sets. Okay, A and B. The Cartesian product of two sets A and B is denoted by A cross B. So, the definition of A cross B is a set of all ordered pairs, okay, A comma B, such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B. Okay, so A cross B, that is the Cartesian product of two sets A and B, is a set. On that set, how the elements are? The elements are written as a ordered pair. So pair means two elements should come. So that pair should be ordered. So what order it has to preserve means the first element A should be written from the first set and the second element should be written from the second set. That order has to be written. But for example, A, I have taken three elements 1, 2, 3 and B is equal to 4. B is equal to 4. Okay, now I am going to write A cross B. So A cross B is a set. So I opened this curly bracket and I have to write the elements of A cross B. So how it should be? It should be written as a ordered pair. So I'll take the first element has to be taken from the first set. So it is 1 comma 4. The second element from the second set. Next one, what we can write? We can write it is 2 comma 4 and 3 comma 4. So this is your A cross B. Okay. So in the same way, we can write B cross A also. So B cross A also is nothing but the Cartesian product of B and A. So it's also a set. How the element should be? It should be in the ordered pair. So the first element has to be taken from the first set. What is the first set? It is B. The element present is 4. So you have to write 4 comma 1. The 1 has to be taken from the second set A. And the next one 4 comma 2. Next 4 comma 3. Okay, so this is your B cross A. This order you have to preserve. Next, I am going to write A cross A. So A is 1, 2, 3 and we are going to take the Cartesian product to A itself. So how it has to come? So we are not going to consider B. So first 1 comma 1 we can write. Next you can go for 1 comma 2. Next we can go for 1 comma 3, isn't it? In the same way we can go for 2 comma 1. Next element 2 comma 1. Next 2 comma 2. Next 2 comma 3. Okay. So the third one is 3 comma 1, 3 comma 2 and 3 comma 3. So this is your, what is that? A cross A. Okay. So see now, next Cartesian product we have learned now. Next we are moving to the relation. So first relation, we are going to see the definition. So the relation for that, let A and B be two non-empty sets. We are considering two sets A and B. Okay. The relation, how we can write it is R. So the relation can be written as R from A to B. And the two sets ko relation எழுத போறோம் is defined. That relation is defined as a subset of the Cartesian product of A and B. Okay, so relation R is the subset of the Cartesian product A and B. So I have written relation R is a subset of A cross B. So A cross B, how the elements are? It has to be written as a ordered pair. So in relation also, the element should be written as a ordered pair. Okay, so you will have three types of relations. One is reflexive and the next one symmetric. The third one is transitive. Okay, so three types of relation you are having. One is reflexive, second one is symmetric and the third one is transitive. So to learn about this, First, we'll consider one non-empty set. Here I have taken S be any non-empty set. Okay, let R be the relation on the set S. So R is the relation. If R, we are going to say when it is reflexive. So see that the relation R is said to be reflexive. Is said to be reflexive if A is related to A for all A belongs to S. That means if you consider one element from the set, that element should be related to itself. So here we have written A is related to A for all A belongs to S. So A is related to A. How we can mention means it is A comma A. The ordered pair A comma A should belongs to the set R for all A belongs to S. So S is a non-empty set. So each and every element of S, for that, if we can write the ordered pair A comma A, that ordered pair is in the relation. So we can say the relation is said to be reflexive. Okay, so next one, we are coming to the symmetric. So the relation is said to be symmetric if A is related to B, then B is related to A. So that means A is related to B. How we can write A is related to B? So we can take the ordered pair A comma B. If the ordered pair A comma B belongs to the relation, then which element should be in it? B comma A also belongs to the relation, means we can say that relation is symmetric. Okay, for reflexive, we have to take the elements from the set S. For all the elements in the set, one element is related to itself. That is in relation, means that relation is reflexive. Symmetric means if A comma B belongs to R, A comma B என்ற ஆர்டர் பேர் அந்த ரிலேஷனில் இருந்ததுன்னா B comma Aவும் அந்த ரிலேஷனில் இருந்தது அப்படின்னா that relation is said to be symmetric. Okay, so the next one, we are moving to the third one, that is transitive. So for transitive, we have to take two conditions. If two condition happens, so we can write the third one. So R is said to be transitive if A is related to B and B is related to C. If these two condition happens, then A is related to C. If it's so, that relation is said to be transitive. So what is A is related to B? That is A comma B belongs to R and B comma C also belongs to R. These two ordered pairs in R in that relation, then we can find the ordered pair A comma C belongs to R, means we can say that relation is transitive. So for transitive, two ordered pairs should be in R, means that how the ordered pair A comma B and the next one B comma C. Okay, these two ordered pair in the relation, then A comma C also belongs to R, means we can say that relation is said to be transitive. Okay, now we are moving to the equivalence relation. So equivalence relation means the relation is said to be an equivalence relation if it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. All the three types should happen in that relation. That relation is said to be an equivalence relation. Usually, universal relation is always an equivalence relation. What is universal relation? Which is universal relation? If you consider a set A, this A cross A, that is called the universal relation. This universal relation is an equivalent relation. So A cross A, if you consider it's a relation, it is a universal relation. That relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So it is called the equivalence relation. Okay, so we have learned the concepts. Now we are going to do the problems. So exercise 1.2, the problem number 2. Okay, so let x is equal to, this x is a set that is having the elements a, b, c, d, and they have given the relation. What is the relation? R is a set having the ordered pairs a comma a, b comma b, and a comma c. Okay, so one set is given and the relation is given. In that relation you are having three ordered pairs. Write down the minimum number of ordered pairs to be included to R to make it reflexive, symmetric, transitive, and equivalence relation. So relation is given, so we have to write down the minimum number of ordered pair we have to include on that relation to make the relation reflexive, symmetric, transitive, and equivalence relation. So எந்த ordered pair நம்ம அந்த மினிமம் நம்பர் ஆஃப் ஆர்டர்ட் பேரை நம்ம அந்த ரிலேஷனில் இன்க்ளூட் பண்ணால் அந்த ரிலேஷன் என்ன ஆகணும்? ரிஃப்ளெக்சிவாக ஆகும். எப்போ சிமெட்ரிக் ஆகும்? எப்போ ட்ரான்சிட்டிவ் ஆகும்? when it will become equivalence relation. Okay, so see that here the set is given x. Okay, in that you are having four elements a, b, c, d. Okay, so relation also given. It has the three ordered pairs on that relation. So we have to check it is reflexive or not. Reflexive means what I have talked, for all the elements from the set, for all a belongs to S, which ordered pair should be? A comma a belongs to R. Okay, so in that x set, that is your set now. So you have, if you consider a, so a is related to itself, so a comma a ordered pair is in that relation. If you consider the element b, so what is the ordered pair should be? B comma b. So b is related to b means b comma b should be in the relation, so it is there. So if you consider c, C comma C should also in that relation, then only we can say the relation is reflexive. If you consider the element for D, so which order pair should be there in the relation to make it reflexive? D comma D. So what are the ordered pairs should be included to make this relation reflexive? So what should be there? C comma C, this ordered pair should be there in that relation, and D comma D, if we have, we can say that relation is reflexive. Already A comma A is there, B comma B is there. So what is needed? C comma C and D comma D. This ordered pair is included in that relation. We can say that relation is reflexive. Okay, so next one, when the relation is symmetric, for that what order pair has to be included on that? Symmetric means what we have said, if A is related to B means then B is also related to A. Okay, so if A comma B, the ordered pair A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A also belongs to R. Okay, so you just leave A comma A and B comma B. You see that A comma C belongs to R. So according, if it is symmetric means which ordered pair should be included? C comma A. Okay, so therefore which ordered pair should be included? C comma A. If we include, that relation is, what is it? Symmetric. And coming to the transitive, we have said two conditions. Which order pair should be there? A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R. If these two ordered pairs are there in the relation, we should have A comma C belongs to R. Then we can say that relation is transitive. Okay, look at this here. A comma C is there, but which second condition? So two condition has to be in the transitive. Okay, so A comma C is there, but what is not there? C comma A. So therefore, for a transitive, two conditions should be present in the relation. Here you are having only one ordered pair is here, a comma c. You can leave a comma a, b comma b. Okay, so a comma c and one more ordered pair should be there regarding with c. So it is not so. So to make it transitive, nothing should be included. Okay, so to make the relation, so this relation, to say, to make it an equivalence relation, what are the ordered pairs should be there? So we have to include the ordered pair c comma c, and the next one d comma d, and what is it, c comma a. So if we have these three ordered pairs, if you have, we can say that relation is an equivalence relation. Okay, coming to the third problem. Let a is equal to abc. A is a set having three elements abc, and the relation is given. In that relation you are having three ordered pairs. One is a comma a, another one b comma b, the third one a comma c. The same thing, write down the minimum number of ordered pair to be included in R, included to R, to make it reflexive, symmetric, transitive and equivalence. Okay, so see that relation like you are having three ordered pairs. Okay, reflexive means what? The reflexive alone, so we have to take the elements from the set. So here how many elements are there? Three elements. So take the first element, so a. So reflexive, if you want to say this a is related to a, so which ordered pair should be in the relation? A comma a. So a comma a is present here. Okay, next element in A is B, isn't it? So if you consider B, B is related to B itself. So what order pair should be there? B comma B. B comma B also is in that relation. Okay, so you consider the next element C. So C is related to C itself. So what order pair has to come? C comma C. If C comma C is present in the relation, then only we can say that relation is reflexive. So here C comma C is missing. If we include the ordered pair C comma C, then we can say that relation is reflexive. Got it? So next one we are moving to symmetric. Symmetric means if A is related to B, okay, then we can say B is related to A. Okay, so you leave A comma A and B comma B. Next you are having the ordered pair A comma C. So what does A comma C means? A is related to C. If we want to say that relation is symmetric means which ordered pair should be there? C comma A. You know, if A is related to C na, then C is related to A if we have that relation is symmetric. But C comma A, that ordered pair is not in that relation. So if you include C comma A, then we can say that relation is symmetric. Okay. For transitive, we have said for transitive, two conditions should be there. Okay, so A is related to B and B is related to C means A is related to C, we can say. But here A is related to C alone is there, but C is uh, C uh, C is not related to any element. So that order pair is not there. So for transitive, we should have two conditions. Here only one ordered pair is there. So therefore we can very well nothing to be included to make it transitive. Okay. So for equivalence relations, what are the ordered pairs? If we include the ordered pair C comma C, it is reflexive, and if you include the ordered pair C comma A, it is symmetric. Okay, it's a minimum number only asked, so we need not include the next ordered pair. Okay, so that if you include these two ordered pair in the relation, so that relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Okay, so therefore it will become a equivalence relation. Coming to the eighth problem, Let A is equal to ABC. What is the equivalence relation of smallest cardinality on A? So cardinality means the number of elements in A should be minimum. Okay, and what is the equivalence relation of largest cardinality on A? So we'll go for the smallest set. Okay, so equivalence relation, if you have to get that relation should be how it is: reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So minimum numbers they are asking. So therefore you consider if it is reflexive means which order pair should be there: A comma A. So next B comma B, next C comma C. If we have three ordered pair, we can say it is reflexive. For symmetric, how what has to come? A is related to B, but if we have like this these three elements, we can very well say it is symmetric and as well as transitive. So this is the smallest set. This set is, what is it? This set is this relation is an equivalence relation with the smallest cardinality. Okay, so the largest, what is the equivalence relation of largest cardinality? So the largest cardinality, if we have, so we have to write A comma A, B comma B, C comma C. If we consider A comma B, A comma B means which order pair should be there? B comma A should be there, then only it is symmetric. Next one, A comma C, if we have, you should have C comma A, then only it is symmetric. Next one, B comma C, if we have, C comma B should be there, so therefore it is symmetric. So this is nothing but, you see that it is A cross A. This is the A cross A. This relation is only the equivalence relation. So equivalence relation means it should be reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Reflexive means, you see, what is the order pair? A comma A, B comma B, C comma C. These three ordered pairs are in that set, so it is reflexive. What symmetric means, how we can say A is related to B. If A is related to B means which should be there? B is related to A. So therefore these two ordered pairs are in that relation, so we can say it is symmetric. And one more ordered pair, A is related to C means C is related to A. Okay, and B is related to C means C is related to B. So therefore these ordered pairs are there, so we can say that the relation is symmetric. For transitive, see, A is related to B and B is related to A means what we can say A comma A is according to transitive. If you consider these two ordered pairs or in the relation, we can very well say A is related to A. So A is related to A. This ordered pair is in the relation. And you see that A comma B, B comma C. If you consider these two ordered pairs, these two ordered pairs are in the relation means we can very well say according to transitive A is related to C. So A is related to C. Here it is. So therefore it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So this is A cross A is an equivalence relation of largest cardinality on A. Thank you, students.